What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We completed, or actually we are still in our Castilian conquest of Languedoc, but I believe France had a variety of allies, whether it was Scotland, Denmark, and Savoy. Though our siege of Scotland went very well, we forced Scotland to return Ayrshire and Ulster to the English continent here. And as soon as we, or not continent, the English country, as soon as we can, I would like to begin my annexation of England, which shouldn't begin until the year 1550, so quite some time. We were able to get a white peace from Denmark, and of course we were able to get a white peace from Savoy. So all that really is left are just these 28,000 troops in France. Hopefully Austria will send in some troops and assist us. And of course, I believe I will go ahead and improve the amount of trust we have with Austria. Not once, but twice. I don't believe we're going to be calling them in for some favors for quite some time. And while we're at it, let's improve our relations. And we do have 4 artillery pieces, and we do have a unit here with 1 siege, so hopefully Normandy will fall that much faster. And let's also send some units down to Languedoc from Austria. And it looks like they are going after the Burgundian pretender rebels of all areas. Or of all rebels to go after. Very, very unfortunate that they would waste their manpower. But that's fine, and that is okay. Now, it looks like the Sardinian separatists are moving to Girona. So we should easily be able to take them out. Normandy is about to fall, what I love to see. Now, I realize that I returned some provinces to England here. I would wonder what my aggressive expansion would be if I were to take some of these provinces. I would love to have this mountainous province of Auvergne. Looks like Normandy has fallen, it's what I love to see. And now we're going to have to make our way down to Lyonnaise and then Languedoc. Right now, we have a negative 20 war score. So as soon as Languedoc falls, we should be able to drastically improve our war score here. Narbonne has fallen too, which is very unfortunate. We are making 32,000 troops in here to Lyonnaise. Negative 14% chance of a surrender. Hopefully France doesn't come after us, because I believe they would win. We are in a hills province, and they do have quite a bit of morale. Let's see what this would look like. Hopefully Austria will come to our aid. Negative 1 terrain. No one looks like they're moving. Yeah, we are going to have to retreat. They certainly won't make it in time. Unfortunate enough. Our Gold Coast colony has become self-sustaining. As soon as we can, is our explorer ready? We will begin to explore the the South Atlantic coast. So that way, hopefully we can begin colonizing some of South Africa. And right now, we are getting a little low on manpower. I think what we are going to try to do is bring our troops back home and then flank around to Languedoc. Poitou here doesn't have any artillery, and we should be able to boost that up drastically. More troops moving across to Barcelona. Looks like we have a water shortage, which is very nice to see. I want to end this war very soon, and this is getting a little dangerous for me. "22,000 troops moving into Toulouse here. They do have a negative 1 terrain penalty. If I can, I would like to assist, but this fort is in our way. Looks like France did retreat, which is nice to see. Let's convert the province of the Gold Coast to the one true religion. We have some Jolofian and Castilian particularists. Hopefully those will dissipate. Man, this could not be any slower. I really need some more cannons. General's concerned by our unmanly tactics. We are going to take a 10 army prestige hit because our war is about to end very soon. When I say army prestige, I mean army tradition. Okay, Poitou should fall any second now. Went from 35% to 49%. The clergy have a lot of influence. But it looks like it did dissipate. I think I'm going to have to side with the nobility, only because we are low on manpower. And as soon as I can, I need to move troops into Languedoc to begin securing this for ourselves. We have a negative 24 war score. Oh my goodness. This needs to end soon. That negative 24 will obviously be flipped to 0, improving ours by 24. I would like to see how much... it looks like they have 13 war exhaustion here in France. That is going to drastically improve. Or at least get worse as our war goes on. We're now going to move into Narbonne. Hopefully siege this down. And very quickly move into Languedoc. And begin sieging down this province here. Looks like Austria is going to finally take out the rest of the French forces here in the region. This has been a very challenging war. We did lose a lot of unnecessary manpower. But as soon as Languedoc falls, I'm going to see if the rest of our men will go after the rest of the French army. So, maybe not our men, but maybe having somebody like Aragon swing on by and just decimating the rest of this military. We have a salt crisis, production efficiency. And we now have our war goal that took us a very long time. They do have 2 stability. The war exhaustion is rising and rising. Hopefully we can get them to about 20. Now, my entire goal will certainly... I would like to take these coastal provinces, but we'll see exactly what it looks like. I want to do something like this. 104 aggressive expansion. Though if I wait until like the 26th of December... I will be able to knock off Alsace, Utrecht, Gelre, maybe not a variety of these countries, but, you know, we'll see exactly where we stand. We need 412 administrative power. Oh, and I certainly would like to take war reparations and all of their income. I can return Cambrai to Burgundy. We are allies, at least for the time being, so I will improve relations. I do understand we have a negative penalty because we are over the limit, but hopefully Telemankin here will fall very soon, or at least be annexed. And I think that's what I'll do. I'll return Cambrai to Burgundy. That way, the next time we go to war with France, France will be severely weakened. You know, they won't have as much taxation, they won't have as much production. So we'll see exactly where we stand. And I believe we did finally knock out all of the French forces. It looks like they do have 20,000 somewhere. Did they move up in this direction? There they are. 20,000 troops up in Holland. And as soon as we can, we are going to try to stomp out the rest of these, you know, uprisings. Rebel uprisings, once again. This is going to be a little detrimental to our cause. Did we ever take out... looks like we have some Catholic zealots here inside Aragon. I am finally going to get the regimental system, drastically reducing the amount of maintenance for our military. And we do have a free colonist. We will send you down to the Cape. Begin colonizing along these lines. Okay, let's see if we can end our war here. France has 0 men. That is what I love to see. I would like to see a possible revolt very soon. If we look at France, they might have some peasants uprising. Now, even though it only says 4 war exhaustion, you know why? It's because that's what our war exhaustion is. Why is Auvergne? Oh my god. Castile, of course. Now what will this look like? 104 aggressive expansion. Going to take more money. And I'm going... looks like they won't accept. Okay, 304 ducats. I am going to end this war now. Returning 1 province to Burgundy. Taking a lot of France as we go. And you know what? Though I hate to do this, I really don't want to have to deal with any uprisings. So we will improve autonomy in most of these provinces here. Start creating some cores. I get that we have a lot of war exhaustion. Or better yet, let's do something like this. Do we have any free missionaries? It looks like we do. Let's convert 2 of these provinces for the time being. And then that way our war exhaustion will tick down. And I would like a trader, but I am running out of money. And, Aragon took Narbonne. I really need to watch out, you know, who takes what. And in the next 19 years, we should begin our annexation of England. Though I am going to take some of our income right now, repay 1 of our loans. We have 5 in total. If we can, I would like to grant monopoly charters. Possibly give 1 of these provinces to the bourgeoisie or the burghers. Here we are. And now we go back into our map mode here. We are going to grant New World charters, ask for contribution, 256 ducats, gain 100 diplomatic power, seek support of the clergy, demand administrative support. We don't need to call a diet because we do have a lot of excess influence, though I would like to raise additional levies. We are quite low. We are going to demand military support. And as soon as we can, we do need to take out these Castilian particularists, though our war exhaustion should drastically dissipate. Where will these spawn? Most likely in Cape Coast, and surprisingly enough, in Lisboa and Sevilla. Hopefully our war exhaustion will tank, and hopefully we won't see any uprisings here, at least in the time being. Every month that goes by, our war exhaustion will decrease by 0.1. And you know what? They are getting quite close. I don't want to have to deal with that. My biggest issue would be the war exhaustion, the overextension, and controlled by the burghers. There's really nothing I can do to improve loyalty. I think we might have to try our best to take them out, though it is 0.3 years. When will Cape Coast be finished? Not for quite some time. Now, it says we have 3 colonists and only 2 colonies. I'm assuming this colonist has not arrived yet, and that is why. And as soon as I can, I would like to produce some sort of castle here in the mountains, though that will be quite expensive. Okay, so we have troops on Lisboa. We have troops on Oporto, or at least moving in that direction. We only have 5,000 manpower, so obviously I would like to do everything in my power to have this dissipate. And you know what? I could cancel these colonies, but I don't want that to happen either. Hopefully our war exhaustion will dissipate. And you know what? I could spend a little bit of diplomatic power and drastically reduce the amount of men. Oh my gosh, 34,000. You know, if I reduce the amount of war exhaustion, This will move from 34,000 down to 25,000. Burgos, Murcia, and Madrid. Does Porto? Not now, so we'll send some troops down to Murcia. And now we have Madrid as well, so we will split you in half. We have some uprisings here inside Telemankin. We are still annexing them, 42%. Looks like July of 1557. Do we still have a statesman? We do. Our heir here is very cruel, which is very, very unfortunate. That is probably one of the worst traits you could have. He was such a good ruler, though. Very sad. I will name him King Joffrey, if I can. And I don't know how to change his name. Juan von Habsburg will take their place. Ah, man. Okay, so Burgos here. Not too sure where that is. I believe it's around here. Split you in half, send some troops up to Burgos. Hopefully these rebels will drastically be reduced. Yeah, we went from 34k to 6k, which is amazing. And I believe they are going to spawn somewhere down in Africa. And though we don't have any troops there for the time being, our missionaries are working quite hard, converting more and more provinces to the one true faith. We are going to unlock the Scythe, though I would like to embrace colonialism. It doesn't look like that'll be anytime soon. So we are going to get the Scythe, pay 681 administrative power. And for the time being, we're going to try to save up some money, repay off some of these massive loans, and possibly begin to embrace our next institution. And it looks like our particularists did dissipate, which is quite nice. If we can, we are going to consolidate all of our troops inside Toledo, drop the amount of army maintenance we're paying, and though we're not going to be saving that much money, but of course 6 ducats every month is quite nice. We are monitoring the situation in our provinces abroad. I really wanted this Narbonian province, but looks like we aren't going to get everything we wish for. And we may need to send some troops down to Telemankin, take out these peasants. Our annexation is going very slowly. I am going to take on some inflation, but also gain some military power. And it looks like we have 80% Joffian separatists. Is that because they are controlled? Let's send you into a trade company. The amount of unrest did drop. They are the correct religion. All of these Protestant provinces. This is not Protestant. Gold Coast is not part of a trade company. And of course you aren't Protestant. Okay, we now have another free colonist. We will begin colonizing some of these islands as soon as we can. Let's explore the western Indian Ocean coast. And are there any provinces in this area? It looks like it's just wasteland. And let's take this very small island here, Fernando Po. Begin colonizing that under Castilian rule. I would like to take over Ashanti here. I'm wondering how much income they have. And I would like to get a very small presence in Western Africa. I'm not too concerned about France anymore. Let's reduce the amount of army maintenance we're spending. Try to cut back on some of our loans. Royal marriage from Burgundy. I will accept that. And as soon as we can, I might even have to do this. We'll go into our subject map mode, find Aragon. I would like to siphon their income, but they won't allow it. Let's siphon some of England's income. We can only do it once. Telemankin here, I would like to enforce your religion, but I'm not going to make the same, issues. We can enable promote investments, increases the trade power in all the trade companies' provinces while causing an annual inflation by 0.03. That is very dangerous. I'm not sure that I want that to happen. But of course, having 50% more trade power would give us another 35 trade power. We are going to repay this loan. And hopefully, if we can, create more and more provinces along our Castilian border. And I would like to go to war with Oyo and Mali very soon. We are going to pray for the best. I don't want to lose any administrative power. And Aragon here is sieging down some of the Sardinian separatists. They haven't really made any progress here in Malta. Now, we have prospering times. Where is Cadiz? I'm going to see it any second now, but I know it's over here. Okay, so Cadiz produces naval supplies, not worth much at all. We could improve their taxation, their production, or their manpower. I think we are going... Ooh, you know what? I think we're actually going to improve their production, even though they don't have a lot. But for the rest of the game, that will be quite nice. That will improve the amount of trade here in our nodes. And if we can, I might even boost trade power along these lines and start collecting here inside Genoa. You know, once I annex all of Aragon, we should have a lot of the Genoan trade node. We have finished exploring once again. We are about to send another colonist. South Indian Sea. I see that we did put one here in Fernando Po, though I would like to send some possible, colonists over here as soon as we finish up with the Cape. We have finished promoting to the one true faith. All right, well, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure.